Hey there, how's it going today? Welcome to another Willow Yoga online class. Thank you so much for joining me. This time I will be teaching a prenatal yoga class. As always, I suggest that my prenatal students keep on moving, keep on exercising. It is the best thing that you can do for your body. And movement really gets all like those kinks, and if you feel a little bit uncomfortable or so on, this is going to help you with low back issues, with any sciatica pain, any pain that sciatica is going down through, let's say, one of the legs or both legs. It will also help with any issues that you have, especially in the mid-second trimester with like growing pains, like at the groin, not growing, but at the groin. And then also because we're expanding our bellies, right? As we start expanding the bellies, there's a little bit of, just discomfort around the belly also. So we're going to be addressing all those issues. And also, this class is fantastic for all levels. So if you are in your first trimester, you can do this. If you find it a little bit too slow, you can always, add to it. As long as you feel comfortable adding any other pose or going for a challenge, absolutely go for it, as long as you are safe. So I always recommend that you be safe, that you feel comfortable, first of all, you feel safe and balanced. Or if you're in your third trimester, you can always just do a little bit gentler or slower. The other thing is that for this class, we'll be using 2 blocks. So blocks like this. If you don't have blocks, you can use books, like a thick book or something that resembles something like this. Now, one of our great teachers, Kristen, she actually suggested shoe boxes, which is a great idea. So if you have a good, sturdy, thick shoe box or 2, you can use those as well. We are also going to be using one bolster, like the one behind me. If you don't have a bolster, you can use a cushion from, let's say, like a couch cushion or a pillow from your bed or anything like that, something, again, that's like a pillow that you can put like that and that you can just lean on. We don't use it too often, except for like the beginning and the end. So if you don't have it, you can skip that part too, and that would be okay. Or another thing that you can do is just get a bunch of blankets as well and just make it like the shape that is behind me. Hey. So another thing that I forgot to tell you is that you can use a blanket as well. So if you have a nice blanket that you love, you can just place it on the mat. You can sit on this blanket, and we're going to get our low back as close as we can to the bolster. Once you feel that, you've made a connection with the bolster, with your low back or the sacrum area, plant your feet on the floor. So they're about hip width apart or a little bit more, just wherever your belly is and permits. And then from here, very gently, you can turn to one side and then slowly make yourself down and come to the bolster. So my hips right now and my low back, they're not feeling that great because I'm just leaning here. In order to make it feel good, we're just going to plant our feet on the floor. You can bring the hips up just a little bit and then press it down. And move your knees a little bit side to side. Feel comfort, move your shoulders a bit, moving those arms, bringing those shoulders down. Relax your hands next to the body. They can be either on the blanket, on the mat, or away from it, just to get a nice open heart. When you are comfortable, close your eyes. And just take nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. exhale completely. Now let's shape our breath, meaning we're going to tell the breath where to go. Inhale through the nose and let the breath go all the way down to your belly. Feel your belly expand, feel your side ribs expand, feel your low back expand. Your whole core is going to expand with the breath, and then breathe out. Once again, inhale fully. And exhale completely, allowing the breath to go down towards the belly. Nice, gentle breaths. We're practicing gentle breaths. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Let's do this a few more times and feel nice and relaxed. Start by setting an intention for today's class. Let's turn our palms so they're facing down. It just gives us a little bit more stability. You feel comfortable there with your shoulders. And walk your feet mat width apart. So walk your feet apart. So feet are mat width apart. And then from here, we're going to do windshield wipers. So let the knees just go to the right side. Come back to center, let them go to the left. And again, right and left. Let's go a little bit faster. Imagine that there's a storm outside and that your windshield wipers really need to move in order for you to see through. Always relax, keep your eyes closed if you like, and just move the legs. Beautiful. Bring those legs all the way to the right, or the knees to the right, and just let them sit there for a little bit. They do not need to touch the floor. Come back to center, and then to the left. So the knees can be high like mine are, or if they go down, that's great. But just keeping your feet mat width apart and the knees are to the left. Come into center, good. Here we're going to bring the knees together. Walk your feet close, so bring those feet together and let the knees go out to the sides for butterfly pose. So soles of the feet together, knees come apart. Bring those knees up. Beautiful. We're going to hug the right leg. So bring those feet apart a little bit, like so they're like hip width apart or so. And then hug the right knee in. Hold on to the back of the leg. Let's stretch that leg up to the sky. Point your foot and flex. You're going to point your foot and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Good. Now circle your foot a little bit. Go one direction. Let's switch directions. Just going side to side. Whatever your foot wants to do, your ankle feels good. Wiggle your toes. Cross the foot to a number 4. So we're going to cross the leg, bringing the ankle onto the opposite top or bottom part of the thigh, which is next to the knee right now. So it's kind of like in the high part of the thigh. So you're going to bring that nice. With your right hand, you're going to place it on your right knee and press that knee out a little bit. Stretch the leg up to the sky. Flex your foot. Flex, flex, flex. Keep the leg straight and bring it down. Plant your foot on the floor, hugging the left knee now. Bring that left knee to the chest, or if the belly's right there, you're going to bring it out to the side. It doesn't matter where it's going to go. Just hugging that knee in, and then holding on to the back of the leg, stretch the leg up to the sky. Start to point your toes and flex. Point and flex. Point, flex. Point and flex. Good. You're going to start to circle the foot. Side to side. Wiggle the toes, whatever the foot is calling for. Just really get it into, just yummy. It feels so good. And then let's cross it to that number 4 again. So bringing that ankle to the opposite thigh, and with your left hand pressing onto the left knee. So you're going to press it out a bit. If this is too much on your growing, don't do it. Just bring it down. If it's okay, press. Just to get some space. Nice. All right. So once again, we're going to bring that leg up to the sky, stretch, flex your foot, pushing the heel up to the sky, keeping the leg straight. You're going to slowly bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Nice. Plant your feet on the floor. Both feet are on the floor. We're going to turn to one side and come on up to a seated position. Once we're in the seat, I'm going to turn towards you a little bit. Hands are going to be up to the sky. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Let's lean over to the right side. Come back to center. Let's lean over to the left side. Coming up back to center. Lean over to the right. Drop your right hand. Stretch it out. Slowly coming up. Both hands up to the sky. Let's go to the left side. Bring it down. Stretch it out. Slowly coming up, both hands up to the sky, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind, and just a nice little twist. Just a small twist, right here. Both hands up to the sky, take a breath in. Breathe out, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind. Slowly coming up, back to center, hands up to the sky, take a breath in. Breathe out, hands in front of you, sway side to side. Just kind of sway a little bit and walk those hands out. Palms are on the floor and slowly start to bend your elbows. Bring the chin to chest. Slowly coming up, beautiful. All right, so now we're going to move the bolster to the side. Let's bring those blocks towards the front because we'll be using them. And the blanket that you have right here, you can use it for your knees as well. So if you have any issues with your knees, or your knees are just bothering you, go ahead and use the blanket. It's going to feel good. We're gonna start in table pose. So once again, hands are going to be, not once again, starting in table pose with your hands underneath. Starting in table pose with your hands under your shoulders. Knees are going to be under the hips or a little bit wider. It just depends where you are in your pregnancy as well. And your comfort. Remember, I'm all about being comfortable. Hands under the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. Let's go to cow. Reach that heart. Bring that heart forward, chest forward, tailbone up to the sky. Move that hip, move those hips a little bit side to side. And then inhale again. Let's go to cat. Chin to chest, tailbone comes in and round your spine here. Now here in cat, you can go forward and back a little bit, just a bit. Great. Coming back to table pose. Good. And we're just gonna go doing our few breaths with just cat-cow. So we're gonna start in cow. Look forward, chest goes forward, feet on the floor, tailbone up. Bring that chest forward, heart opens. Inhale. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then open the knees a little bit more and coming down to child's pose. So child's pose is right here. Once again, inhale, coming up, leaving your knees like that, having space. You're gonna walk your hands forward a little bit, and we're gonna come forward, stretch, and then back. Inhale forward, exhale. When you inhale and come forward, if it's okay and you feel okay in your low back, let those hips fall a little bit and then slowly come down. And again, come on forward and back. Table pose, hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips or a little bit apart. Feel comfortable in your pose right here, nice and comfy. So we're gonna lift our right leg behind, pushing that right leg behind you. Flex your foot, engage the core, left arm in front. Come on down and switch. Left leg behind, push that heel back, toes are down towards the earth, leg is not higher than the hips. You want to keep it hip height and right arm out. Slowly coming down, switch. Come on down, switch. Come on down, switch. And let's complete that round as we come down, switch. And and down. By now your wrists probably are talking to you. So we're gonna tuck our toes, tuck your toes. We're gonna walk ourselves back and come to broken toe pose. Holding right here. You're not leaning back, you're just staying straight and sitting on your heels. If this is not accessible for you, then you can leave your hands on the floor and just push those heels back as you have those toes curl. Okay, back over to table pose, untuck the toes to thunderbolt. So now you have your shins on the mat. For here, I'm going to take the blanket because to me it's a little uncomfortable, but you can have the blanket if you like. Right there, so I think you can see it a little bit better. We're going to engage the core and hands up to the sky as we come up. Ooh, I lost you. And then we're gonna come on down. Nice, we're gonna do that one more time. Come up and down. We're gonna come on back to table pose. Lifting your right leg behind you. Bring the toes down to the mat. Pressing the toes onto the mat and press the heel back. Stretch the leg, lengthen the leg, lengthen. Breathe. And right knee comes in. Left leg lifts behind, flex your foot. Toes to the mat and heel comes back. Press it back. And then come back to center. Good, right here. Nice. So for here, we're going to bring our knees are going to be a little bit wider. We're gonna come down, press those hips back. Stretch your arms in front and bring the chest down. Lifting your head, or lifting your face off the mat, walk your hands to the right side. Come back to center. And now walk your hands to the left side. Coming back to center. Nice. Up to table pose. Knees come in. Hands under shoulders. Awesome. So it's all about strength, right? We want to be strong in our bodies so we can carry our babies and the carriers afterwards and all that stuff. So keeping your hands underneath your shoulders, we're just going to, and keep the spine, straight. So if you find that you're arching the back or rounding your spine, lengthen so that it's straight. I'm gonna bring my thing a little bit so it's a little bit straighter. Keeping it straight, bend your elbows towards your side ribs, coming down and push up. Once again, coming down and push up. Come on down and push up. Beautiful. Now let's open those hands about mat width apart. Still kind of like in line with the shoulders. And bend your elbows, come down and up. And down and up. And down and up. Let's do one more. Come on down and up. Beautiful. Okay, so table pose, tuck your toes, Push your hips back like you're going to broken toe pose, but we're gonna lengthen the legs, lift your hips, and bring it back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and out through the nose. In and out. Inhale and exhale. Engage your core. Slowly bring those knees down. Once again, push back, lift. And then, so here in down dog, just paddle your feet. Bend your right knee, push the left heel back. Bend your left knee, push the right heel back. And then just switch a few times so you can get nice movement in your legs. We're going to bring both heels up, both heels down, both heels up, both heels down. Walk your feet towards your hands, and then let's start to place the hands onto your knees. Looking at your feet, you want your feet to be about hip width apart. Knees are going to go on our hands for our forward fold. It's a safer way for us to be down, having the heart and head in the same level. We will venture down, so let's slide our hands down towards the feet, and you can have your head down. But instead of going up from here directly to standing, we're going to come halfway up, half table. Soften your knees, open your arms to the sides for reverse swan dive. So we can bring our hands up to the sky and bring the hands together to your heart center. Beautiful. Once again, hands up to the sky, take a breath. Exhale, swan dive, bringing the hands to the knees. Slide the hands down towards the feet. Bring the hands to the knees. And then reverse swan dive, hands up to the sky. Hands together and to your heart. We'll be using our blocks. So placing the blocks, I like to do it on the taller end, actually like this. So we're going to be just placing our blocks like this in front of us. So my feet are not too close. I just want to have a little bit of space in between my feet and my blocks. Hands up to the sky, take a breath in. Hands to the knees. Bringing your hands to the blocks. Beautiful. Bending your right knee, left arm goes up. It's a good prenatal twist. Bring the hand down because your hips are not anchored. Bend your left knee and your right arm goes up. Calm on down. And right knee, left arm up. Bring it down. Left knee, right arm up. Slowly come on down, holding it right there. All right, so from here, again, you're gonna bend your right knee, but this time, that right leg, holding on to the blocks, the right leg is gonna come back and you're gonna bring it back. If you feel steady and secure in your blocks and yourself, you can bring your left arm in front. Gently come on down. Nice. Wiggle a little bit. Bending your left knee so the weight goes onto your right leg. Lift the left. Bring your right arm in front. Or just have it down. Bring that down again. Remember, you want to have your feet about hip width apart. Hip width apart is ideal for us. Hands to the knees, and then up to the sky for a good mountain pose. Hands together and then to the sides. So our mountain pose is going to be with our feet are going to be hip width apart. Nice and steady, shoulders are wide, hands next to the body. Beautiful. Again, hands up to the sky, take a nice deep breath in. I'm going to turn for you. We're going to lean over to one side. Coming back to center, let's go to the left side. Coming up, back to center. We're going to bring our hands behind us. So we're going to interlace those fingers behind you, right there, and then slowly bring those arms away from the body, or the hands away from the body, halfway down. Good stretch. Hands come back down and then slowly come up. Hands up to the sky, take a breath in. Breathe out. Again, you're going to clasp your hands, and remember how you clasped them before? Do it the opposite way. But this time, we're going to open our feet so they're about mat width apart, toes are in, so we're parallel. Once again, hands are away from the body and come halfway down. In here, if you want to, you can come down a little bit more and have those hands up to the sky. Bringing your arms down towards the side or the low back. If you're down, come halfway up. And then let's all go up. Great. Hands onto your hips. Bringing your toes out. So the toes are going to be out and you are mat width apart. I'm going to turn over here so you might see me a little bit better. The toes are pointing out, feet are mat width apart. You're going to soften your knees, slowly start to come on up and down, so you can have, like a good stance, and you can move your legs without feeling unstable. And then hands onto the hips, bend your knees, and let's start to move your hips. So the more you bend the knees, the more those hips can go. Let's go and just circle your hips. Let's switch directions. Let's go to the other side. And just move those hips, nice, and switch, and switch, and switch. Beautiful. Side to side. And then slowly start to come up. Okay, so this one is called the 4-4-4. We're going to sway our hips for 4, going down for 4, coming up for 4 times. Again, feet are about mat width apart, toes are out, bending those knees so you can have mobility, hands onto the hips, and we're going to get started. We're going to sway our hips a little bit, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. And move, just relax. Good, and relax those hips. Beautiful, nice. Awesome. Just relax your hips right here. Good. Having your hands up to the sky, taking a nice deep breath in, keeping your feet mat width apart. Bend your knees, not so much, but you're going to bend those knees. And then bring your hands to cactus arms for little goddess pose. So here you have your shoulders bent in line with your elbows bent in line with your shoulders, and your knees are bent. Inhale, exhale and stretch. Inhale, Exhale, stretch for little temple pose, like a little steeple. Inhale, little goddess. Exhale, stretch. Inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, goddess. We're gonna stay in goddess pose. Stay in goddess pose, right there. Bring your hands to your hips. Good. Right heel comes up, press the toes. Bring it down. Left heel comes up. Bring it down. Once again, right heel, down, left heel, down. We're going to bring both heels up, or you can alternate if you like, bringing those heels down, and then bring the heels up, and the heels come down. Stretch and kick back. Shake your arms, shake your wrists if you like, and just kick back with your legs. One of our favorite poses in prenatal yoga is Malasana, or garland pose, or basically it's a squat. You start by having your feet mat width apart. Toes are gonna be out. Start to bend the knees like we've done before. Hands to your heart center. Okay, we're gonna bend those knees and we're gonna come slowly all the way as down as we can come. Your feet might shift. See, my feet are like moving a little bit because I need my stance is a little bit shorter, or you can go wider, depends how you are. You wanna relax your pelvis, you wanna relax your hips, and then hold your hands either in front of you, or you can always just hold them onto the knees right here. If you have your hands in front, you can use those arms to push the knees away from each other. And here is a good Malasana. You can do this every day and just hold right here and just take a few deep breaths, maybe like 3 to 5, holding the pose, but never your breath. If you are somewhere in the middle, you don't get all the way down, you can still play with us, and you can either use a whole bunch of like either bolsters or pillows right there that you can come on down and kind of like sit and be supported, or like a stool, or even like a low chair kind of thing. If you sit with a chair right here and just having yourself kind of propped up a bit, it's going to help you as well and get the benefits from Malasana pose, or garland pose, or squat. Come on up. Great. Once again, just kick back. I always like to shake my legs and just kind of like coming back to our mountain pose. Hands up to the sky, inhale. Exhale, let's come on down, hands to the knees. Bring your hands down towards the mat, taking one step back, set the knee down, take another step back, set that knee down, and you're kind of coming down again towards table pose. In table, let's bring those toes in, push back. Let's go back to that downward facing dog that we love so much. Coming to down dog. Stretch your body right here, and once again, bring the knees down. Beautiful. Inhale and then exhale, coming to down dog. And then inhale and come on forward. Nice. Coming to a seated position. If you're on the blanket, you can stay on the blanket with our feet in front of us. One of the things that we're going to do is we're going to heat up and make some fire in our belly. So that's really good because everything is the core. We stand, we sit, and the core is supporting us. Planting your feet on the floor, holding on to the knees, you got nice and straight. First, we're gonna lean back and then come forward. So you want your spine to be tall, right? You're not arching the back and we're not rounding the spine. Just nice and tall, up and down. All right, so here, just lean back a little bit until you feel that all the muscles around your belly engage. So we're going to engage those muscles, holding it right there. And then one arm is gonna come up and then the other one comes out. Your arms are straight. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. Now, let's hold on to the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, come to butterfly, sway a little bit side to side, getting tall, and forward. Coming up. Plant those feet on the floor again. The feet can be hip width apart or a little bit more. Again, it just depends where you are in your pregnancy and what you like. So holding on, again, just lean back a little bit. So you're on your sacrum a little bit, you know? So everything in your core, just, it's tight and engaged. Hands are gonna be out, but this time, imagine that you're holding a balloon. So your arms are round. You're holding this balloon and the balloon just expands and back to center. Or it's a nice big beach ball and it's expanding and then center. And then it's going to expand and center. And expand, inhale, exhale, center. Hold it right here, hold, engage that core. And then slowly come forward, soles of the feet together. Again, sway side to side, get nice and tall, and forward. Awesome. So legs in front. Just nice little stretch, no matter where you are. You can be here, 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 whatever it is. Just giving yourself a good stretch. And then coming up. All right, so sitting on your mat with your legs apart, hands in front, you're just going to walk those hands and kind of sway a little bit. Just sway so you can come forward, walking your hands out. Good. Walk your hands back. Bring the left leg in. So we're going to start with the left leg in. And it's important that you start with the left leg, and I'll explain why. First, we're going to bring the right or the hands onto the right side. Place them at each side of the leg. Your foot is flexed and calm on down. Or actually not too flexed. It could be just a little bit relaxed, but not pointing. Keep your right hand on the mat, and left hand's gonna go up to the sky, and then come down. Slide your right hand towards your foot if you like, or on the mat, whatever is comfortable for you, or even inside. Again, center. Let's switch those legs. Good. First, we're going to move over to the left side. Hands are at each side and walk it out. Leaving your left hand on the left, next to the left leg. Right arm is going to go up to the sky and then over. Your left hand can slide to the foot, slide to your leg, or just keep it right there where it is. Coming up back to center. So what I was saying is that our colon starts from the right across and goes down the left. So any movement that we do having that way is going to aid any digestion problem that we have or issues that we might have. And you know that when we're pregnant, sometimes we have constipation, we feel bloated, You know, there's just sometimes issues that these can help. And if you rub your belly, if you're ever giving yourself a nice little belly rub, always start with the right across down the left. So let's say you're putting some essential oils to alleviate some stomach pains or anything that you might have, always rub the belly on this way. All right, so give yourself a nice little belly rub right here. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna bring our feet in front. Legs are in front of us. Hands onto the knees and slowly coming forward. If you need to open those legs, go ahead and do so. Come on up. You're gonna get nice and tall. Hands are gonna come next to the body and reach with your flexed palms, reach down to the floor. So lengthening the legs, we're gonna cross the right leg on top of the left like that. Have your arms up into a T, and you're gonna cross the left arm in front and hug, and then twist in front like this. For eagle, a modification eagle pose, so a sitting eagle. You can have your hands like that, like this, or all the way twisted. Open those again, bring that leg apart. Now the left leg is going to cross over, so you're crossing the midline, opening your arms. This time the right arm is gonna go on top, and you're gonna cross, hug, and twist. Hold. So sometimes we get pregnancy brain, what they call, right? Fogginess in the brain. So for Shavasana, if you like, you can do that nice little chaise lounge like I showed you at the beginning of class. You can have one block like this, the other block like that, and have the bolster over it, like this. Set your blanket here and lie back. If you prefer to just lie down on the mat, you can use the blocks if you have blocks, because I think a shoebox is going to be uncomfortable, but you can use it on your head. Lying down on the left side, you can use the bolster, so you can have the bolster and just kind of like have it there. This. You can do this and this. And you can also just hug that bolster and lie down completely on the left side, whatever you choose to do, having the bolster there, and you can even lie down on the bolster, like that. So these are a few options that you have for Shavasana. And let's get started. Once you find your nice comfortable position, start to slowly relax your toes, relax your feet, relax your legs and your hips, relax your belly and your low back. Relax your shoulders, your chest. Relax your arms, wrists, hands and fingers. Relax your neck, relax your head, relax your face. Relax your jaw and your tongue. Relax your whole body. Relax your whole body. Relax your whole body. Take a moment to feel your breath come in and out. In and out. Expanding your whole body. And in your mind, you can say a few affirmations. With each breath, I send energy to my baby and my whole body. I breathe deeply to create more space in my body for my baby to move, to grow, to play, and for me to feel comfortable. My breath circulates love and health throughout my whole body for my baby. Every time I exhale, I let go of tension, I let go of discomfort, and I let go of stress and worry. I feel comfortable. I feel strong. I feel beautiful. Bring some movement back to your feet, to your hands, to your legs and arms. Move your shoulders, move your hips. Very slowly, coming back to a seated position. Once you feel your sit bones onto the earth, your spine tall, place your hands on your knees. Relax your shoulders. Keep your eyes closed. And just breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. keep breathing. Just nice, relaxing breaths. Bring one hand to your heart center and place the other one right at your belly. Relax your jaw, even smile, thinking of your baby. Relax your shoulders. And start to envision or imagine the heart, your heart and your baby's heart. Those two hearts. Now, picture the light that resides in your heart. That beautiful, divine, loving light, glowing, shining, bright. And the light in your baby's heart. Same thing, it's glowing. That beautiful light is shining. And these two lights coming together, coming towards each other as they get longer and longer, as they expand, they come together, forming one light, one beautiful light of love, of peace, of health, of joy. This light expands throughout your whole body, covering you and your baby. Bringing both hands to your heart center. Let's move our hands. Let's just move our hands together, creating that nice heat. Open your palms towards your face. Open your eyes to your palms. Feel the heat. Feel the warmth. Imagine the lights you're holding in your hand. Bring your hands down to your heart center again as these beautiful lights expand, covering your whole body, you and your baby. Forming a bond that only you and your baby will have forever. Only you will experience that bond. No one else will get to. You and your baby. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed the class. Take care.